Yeah, woo! Party time! Party time! How's it going out there? Doing all right? Come on, there we go. That's the first time I've ever seen these filters. They're pretty cool. I really like that one. Why is that one eye brighter than the other? Blue retro. What does it? Nah, I don't like that. Thermal. Since there's only one person in here, we'll play around with this stuff for a little bit. Hey, look, there's two of me. Woo! That one don't seem to do anything. I don't know, those eyes are too low. Big head. There we go. How about this one? We like this one? I don't know. That may be too much sexy for you guys. I better not leave it like that. That's interesting. Yeah. Ooh, big party. I already put the big head one back on and see how everybody reacts when they come in here. You doing all right today? I understand my back's finally eased up some. I did fall today. Fell over sideways trying to get up off the bed, but I'm definitely in better shape than I was. If I shorten the stem on that son. That should be more than enough. Yeah, hurting your back really does suck. I know that for sure. I figured there'd be more people in here by now. Of course, they may just be thinking it's where I was setting all of my lives to be public instead of private. I thought they were all already public, but apparently they got switched back to private. Yeah, I couldn't take time off of work for mine because I'm just the only one working, so that don't work out very well. Of course, mine could have been a lot worse than what it was. I got lucky in that aspect of it, I guess. Have you at least been able to get in your shop and do anything? What I done in here last night working on this pipe is the only thing I've done in the shop in months. Hey, it holds my vape. Yeah, I need to get mine reorganized, but I'm not a cleaner. Never have been. Come on, guys, don't hide in the background. Hop on in and say hi. There's Plywood. What's going on, Plywood? At least you get that far. I never even make it to the getting started cleaning part. I've got to trim my beard. It's getting unruly again. Hmm. Holy crap. I hadn't even thought about brushing out the inside of the bandsaw a little bit. Goodness. Hey there, Vinny, what's going on? Yeah, Vinny, I came back last night. I missed you guys too much. I couldn't stand it anymore. Yeah, you're still subbed. Knowing how bad everybody missed me's made my head swell a little bit. Look, me and Bobby in the same shot. I just found that a while ago, so I didn't know I could do all of that. Yeah, it was pretty good. Fiance's daughter broke her leg a couple of weeks ago and had to spend a week in the hospital and then another week in a nursing home rehab center place. And she got out on Christmas Eve. So at least we got to have Christmas at home. Okay, I'll quit playing now. But I've been doing this for well over a year now, and I had no idea that all that stuff was built in there. Hide live video, effects picker, create highlight, green screen, lighting. What does lighting do? It don't do nothing. What's up, two dudes? I was watching your tortilla press video there a minute ago, and before I started coming down the stairs. I'll have to go back and finish it, because that's something I plan on trying to make here pretty soon. It didn't look overly complicated. I mean, not really anyway. I would like to see one in person before I try to build one, but you let your son-in-law be in your videos? My ex-father-in-law would never have dreamed of that with either one of his son-in-laws. I can't even tell you what flavor this is. Sometimes it tastes like fruit, and then sometimes it tastes like banana. But I do have to slow down on the cigarettes because they're killing me, I guess. Or that's what the doctors say. Find another way to get your nicotine. Since I roll my own cigarettes anyway most of the time, I wonder if I grew my own tobacco, if it would still be as unhealthy as it is. Where's everybody at today? I figured everybody'd be in here and awake by now. I was getting ready to go through the pronunciations. I can't see very good on those small letters, so at first I thought it said clan, and I thought, who in the hell would name their kid that? But then I noticed there was a little dot on top of it, and I felt a little bit better about it then. Somebody else is in here. Hello. Whoever you are, hit that like button and say hi. Yeah, it apparently makes them all private when they end, and I can't figure out how to stop that. I've got so many projects to make and not much time to do it in. I'm going to be branching out into some other skills besides just woodworking. For example, I'm going to be, you know, leather work, jewelry casting, soap making, candle making, things like that. I would like to, by about the middle of January, have enough videos out that people could follow along to make a gift basket for Valentine's Day. But I figured I'd start out maybe with jewelry casting and let everybody cast a nice pendant or something for their girlfriend or wife or fiance or whatever. And then a nice scented bar of soap and, you know, a couple of nice scented candles. And then build the basket to put it in, or we'll call it a box or a wine caddy, and get a cheap bottle of wine to put in it and hang some wine glasses off of it. Oh, we can. We have to use one of the programs though. Mike found one. E EVMUX or something like that was the name of it. I haven't got to really toy around with it much yet. Hey, Shy Guy! I'm doing all right today, just chilling out, waiting to see if we get enough people in here for me to start working on something. But two dudes, if you want to try to do something like that sometime with a couple of other people, we could pick 2 or 3 people to work on something and one person to just watch the comments, and they could say, they could read the comments too. It's kind of like Shoop's wife reads the comments to him. I mean, you can have 5 or 6 people on a live at a time. Or you could on StreamYard. I don't know about this new one yet. I've not really got to use it yet. I'll use it tonight if Mike goes live. I totally understand that too, dude. I understand that more than you think that I do. But with everything that happened all in that 6 or 7 month stretch, and on top of that, people that had been going for half of the time that I had blew way past me and had double the subscribers I had and were getting monetized and stuff, that kind of knocked me down a peg, and I burned out for a little bit. I finally got a phone call from Mike, and he gave me the ass kicking I needed to get back up and started. Somebody left us. We're down to 4 people. Come back. Yeah, and there's no rhyme or reason to how they do that either. But when I'm working and doing a live at the same time, I'll work for a while and then I'll stop and I'll go back and read the comments, answer any questions, and then I'll go back to working for a while. I think I'm 12 subs short of making 500 now. Hang on just a second and I'll tell you. Yep, I only need 12 to hit 500. Hey Cole, how's it going? But I mean, it don't really seem to matter if you work on a live unless you're doing lathe work. Everybody likes to watch lathe work for some reason. Any other kind of work, nobody really cares anything about watching. Because I've done lives while I was building bee traps and all the other springtime stuff that I do, and there wasn't really anybody besides plywood that was watching it. Plywood's been down from day one, though. He's watched everything I've done. It says pipe. My cousin's little boy got down here sometime when he was younger and spray painted pipe on the pipe, and he spray painted his initials everywhere. And I've just not painted over it yet. Yeah, that does help with view hours for sure, I reckon. I thought about painting all of my block white, but that's going to be hell to keep clean. Well, it's going to be just as dirty as it is now, but it'll be more visible if it was white. Now, that's not a bad idea. Not a bad idea at all. I've got what to do with this now. A big chunk of mahogany. Hey, actually, I think I've got an idea now that I'm looking at it. I can make a couple of little ring boxes out of that for somebody that's going to... See, I'm not the only person that thought it. Two dudes did too. But that would be perfect for little bitty ring boxes for people that are going to propose on Valentine's Day. It has to be a little jewelry box because that's the only piece of that I've got. I really do need to get out and try to get me some good wood while I'm working. I had one out and got 6 pieces of Bolivian rosewood I was going to send to Mike, but something got spilled on them and stained them all the way through, so that kind of ruined that. Well, Shy Guy, when I expand my skills, there's going to be some basic blacksmithing and everything. So I will be making some camp gear. A campfire set is one of the things I was going to make for the blacksmithing part of it. Just a frame that goes over the campfire to hang a kettle on, and utensils to hang on the side of it. I originally went to trade school for machine shop, tool and die, whatever you want to call it. Wherever you're at, they call it something different, but we'll call it machine tool because that's what they actually labeled the class. That was what I originally went to school for. But to get a job, people do that until they die, so getting a job in that was impossible. So I went to college for computer science. And then nobody wanted an associate's degree in computer science anymore. They wanted certifications from the trade school for computer electronics, so I went and did that. But I mean, blacksmithing is just early tool and die work, so there's not a Caterpillar place around here. Of course, we're talking, 27 years ago, so I would have to definitely take a refresher course, I guess. Yes, plywood. Make sure it's plugged into a working outlet. Make sure the outlet works. That's always the first problem. If you plug it in and it still don't work and the outlet's working, get a new power cord. Hey, what's going on, Play-Doh? How's it going? 8 people, 8 likes. There we go. 2 more and I'll do a little bit of building. I know it's a laptop, but if you're having trouble turning it on, then obviously the battery's bad. You'll have to replace it too, but I just thought that was obvious. You want to see a little dance? Okay, I'll give you a little dance. Since you asked nicely. Woo! Woo! Speak of the devil and he shall appear. There's Mike. How you doing today, Mike? Are you going live tonight? Five your time or five my time? Let's see, your central time, I think, so that would be 6 my time. But I will definitely be there with you to test out this new program. Hey, it's totally understandable, Mike. Mike, are you in Mountain Time? I thought you was in Central Time. I was just making sure. 'Cause I know somewhere over that direction it turns into Mountain Time. Hey, look, me and Bobby are in the same shot. Take it easy, Shy. I've been waiting to get 10 people in here. If I get 10 people in here, I may work on something a little bit. Yeah, but I gotta have 10 people in here at the same time. Oh, okay, that says. I'm gonna have to get me a pair of glasses, guys. I read Mike's message. I certainly got more than a few pieces of furniture I gotta make. And under that he said needles too. And I was like, what? And I squinted and I seen it said needless to say. I didn't see the say at the bottom. Yes, I spoke to Kat Christmas Eve. she's not feeling good. She's pretty sick. Other than that, that's all I really know. She hopes to be back soon. I will. It's okay to watch crime stories as long as you're not making plans. Because the people in the crime stories got caught. You don't want to use their example. Use my examples and you won't get caught. Oh, trust me, I done all the educating myself I needed to do way back when I was a teenager. What do I have over here? I got a tube of 6. I got that sheet of plywood I was going to use for a sled, but it got wet, so it's all worked all the shit. Does anyone have any skills they would like to learn? Yes, that is true for the moment. Until they make us switch over to digital IDs, and then that won't matter anymore. They can fly over in a helicopter and see where you're at. Yeah, I'm the same way too, dudes. I mean, it was just like I let everything get sucked out of me. 'Cause I was going strong there for a while, and then everybody started passing me up, and then the shop flooded, and that pretty much just, I don't know, it done something to me in my head. I run into all these people that invest in silver and gold thinking that in the case of economic collapse, they're going to still have money, but that's not going to be the case. In a full-on economic collapse, civilization breakdown, lead, steel, and iron are going to be far more valuable than silver and gold. Lead to make bullets, iron and steel to make knives, swords, whatever you need to make. But I mean, don't get me wrong, gold and silver are okay to invest in, but if you're holding on to them thinking you're going to be able to spend them when the dollar goes down the tube, you've got you've got it all wrong. Because at that point, silver and gold ain't going to matter either. Hey Todd, how's it going? Hey, if it hadn't have been for Mike, I probably wouldn't be here right now. And you certainly wouldn't have had the video of Bobby getting the new router. That was all Mike calling me and kicking my ass into gear. And I appreciate him for that because I warned him I might get that way, and if I ever did, to call and kick my ass into gear, and he did it. Leave the Christmas decorations up and let the storms take them down. What are you thinking? It's an awful lot of work for nothing. Storms will take them down. You won't spend no time doing that. At least leave the Santa Claus on the roof and see how far he flies. Well, that's when you tell your wife if she wants them, she can go get them. Say, now, woman, go get them. Had to make sure my fiance wasn't around the corner. You just say, if you want them Christmas decorations, you go get them, and while you're at it, cook me some lunch. Make me a sandwich at least. Yeah, honey, I can't believe he said that to her either. She very well could. I do get loud occasionally. But if that's the worst she ever hears me say, it'll be alright. Yeah, I believe that'll be our next wood video. I'll make a little ring box out of that. Yeah, I tell everybody upstairs to keep it down too, but nobody ever does. The microphone don't pick it up, but I think the phone might. I'm not 100% sure. I know when they start beating on the floor or the wall for me to come upstairs, it picks that up. It got nice and warm today, and my allergies are going crazy. There's one of my guard frogs hopping through the shop. I still say just let the weather take them down, but that's just me. That's what I'd do. Hey, we got 11 people in here, so what? So what are we going to build today? Hey, Rainy, how's it going? If I put up, I live in Tennessee. If I put up Christmas lights, they stay up all year, damn it. That's just the way it works around here. So, Rainy Ridge, you ain't any of the Rainies from that TV show, are you? Homestead Rescue or whatever it's called? That's not you, is it? They came down about an hour away from here and done a little homestead country store place, but that's the closest they've been around here that I've seen in one of their episodes. What's up, big dog? And we do have some famous people in here. Mike's in here. Big Max is in here. There's famous people in here. No, it's actually nice here today. Nobody's coming that I know of. It's not already here. Hmm. Yeah, Rainy, I hate weather like that. It makes me sicker than a dog every time. Southwest Missouri. Branson's just a town they copied after Gatlinburg. Yeah. Is that pronounced Mila? Mila. You get closer to the phone. I can't read. Mila. Mila. Just tell me when I get it pronounced right, and I'll make sure it happens. Hey, Mila, how's it going? Or Mila. I'm going to assume it was Mila. Poor old Bobby. When I first started his character out in that, I actually have a brother-in-law named, well, ex-brother-in-law named Bobby. And I swore to him that I was not making fun of him, that it was not supposed to be him. It was just a name that I typically say that I could keep on my mind. And after a few videos, his wife said, "You can't tell me he ain't talking about you. He ain't pretending to be you." And I swore up and down I wasn't still. And then one day he said, "Don't tell me you ain't trying to be me. You even talk with your hands like I do and everything." So he figured me out. How old is she, if you don't mind me asking? Yeah, it's wise to wait till she's a little bit older. But I do try to keep my language to a bare minimum. That's why the worst I try to ever say is "damn it, Bobby." Just because I've uttered those words so many times in the last 20 years that they come easy. Now, Todd, you've got to be in the shop working, not cramming stuff in the attic. But I guess it's better that you're cramming stuff in the attic than in the basement, huh? That was supposed to have been my inside thought, not my outside voice. See you later, Todd. Whoops. Hello there from Sweden. How are you doing today? Tonight. It would be nighttime in Sweden now. We're very early morning, I think. I believe I'm going to sit here and roll this cigarette and smoke it, and I believe I'm going to start making something. I got 12 people in here and 12 likes. I think that deserves me making something. I just don't know what I'm going to make yet. But I appreciate you stopping by. Maybe I'll catch you on a live one day. If YouTube will give me my notifications, it seldom does anymore. I'm glad you made it through the storm. I hope we don't get one. Try to get some stuff moved around here so I have room to work. Okay. I don't do it very good, but I have an electric roller that rolls them with filters, and then I usually use a thumb roller to roll them like this, but my last thumb roller broke and I've not bothered to fix it or anything, so I just tried to roll it. You see, I always smoked Camels when I bought cigarettes when I was younger, so when I roll them, I still roll Camels. Got a big hump, see? I think I know what I want to try out today. I've not really got to play with my carving disc very much. I wonder where my wrench is. Oh, shit. Some crap. I guess I won't play with it either because I don't know where my wrench is. There it is. I found it. I can do all that too, Rainy. They just don't look good. Take it easy, Vinny. We'll see you later. Oh, my hands don't work anymore. Just don't know about that. Just go. Something missing. There we go. So how many of you have used one of these little carving discs? I've used it a grand total of 1 time. I need to try some of them flags out for this year. I've got the stencils for the stars, but I don't know how to proportion. Yeah, I've got the stencils for the stars, but I don't know how to proportion the flag to the stars to make it right. need to find me a real flag and actually take some measurements. Find me a chunk of 2x4 here somewhere. Actually, that will work. All right, well, you have fun. Make something pretty. Make sure you show us. And you guys can feel free to leave posts on the community page on YouTube. And there is a Ricker Creation Woodworks Facebook group, even though I've not really done anything with it in a while. I think I'm going to find me a moderator to help me with it for a while. All right, big dog, you have a good one now, buddy. You stay out of trouble. Come by anytime. Of course, you got to wear your PPE, I guess. Okay. Then you got to plug in the grinder. For those of you with earbuds in, this might be loud. I do not know. If you can't be good at it. I'll tell you what, I'll take some material out of there pretty quick. Don't know exactly what I would carve with that, but wavy flags is the first thing that would come to my mind too. Let's see what I can do here with the corner. Apologize for the loudness. I know that was pretty loud. One carbon bits and try to drum it out. Where's it at? Way in the back. Okay. Well, around all the grinder wheels on. I can't hold on to nothing today. I hope everybody had a good Christmas. Did everybody get what they wanted for Christmas? Boy, maybe I shouldn't have started working. Everybody left. Now I feel bad. Try out some of these birds and see what they do. I see Amy Jo and Perry and all of them doing the carving, and I really want to learn how to carve at least a little bit. Is anybody even still there at all? Hello? Yeah, I just don't think I'll ever figure out the whole carving thing. Yep, wood carving is apparently not my thing. But that's okay, I've got an eraser. I will keep these out though, that way I know where they're at. Yeah. Suppose I could go back to working on the pipe a little bit. Provided I can find. Second thought. Now let's make a mess. see what's going on. I will figure this thing out one of these days. I will figure that thing out before it's over. Hey, Mike, right now I'm just goofing off. I don't really have a project in mind just yet. I was just playing with the different tools that I don't use very often. Like this thing, I don't think I'm ever going to get the hang of it. I'm just learning how to use it. I bought this thing, I guess, 7 or 8 months ago, but I've not really been in the shop much in 7 or 8 months, so I've not really got to play with it very often. The whole purpose of me getting that was to cut down on sanding time. Yeah, that's what I'm figuring. It's all wonky. It's a cedar fence picket that's been in my damp shop for months. So I'd say it's all over the place. I know that damn thing hurts my hand. I'm going to have to figure some other way to do it. That does actually stay on. Okay. And that was a pretty deep cut, and that still didn't cut it off. That must really be. Put it back on part. Take a break. Oh, shit. Yeah, I'm trying not to stop plywood, but my body don't want to cooperate today. Especially my hands. Good Lord. I believe I'd be better off just sanding that. But I mean, it served its purpose for the most part. That one little raised up spot right there where I think the board actually split. Yeah, I've just got to replace my wood. That's all there is to it. If I could replace all the wood in the shop and replace the woodworker, everything would be just fine down here. Let's go back to the pipe. I want to finish it if I can. That is going to be hell to drill straight in there. I think I may recut this and drill it and cut it again. What in the Sam hell? Is my chuck giving out on me? Damn. I ain't been down here so long, everything's stuck. I apologize, guys. I don't never let this mess get like this again. I can guarantee you that. Alright, how are we doing? Were you in here last night, Plywood? When I was making this, working on this, I decided to redo it and drill my holes first. It's still not going to be long enough. Maybe I can figure something else out here. God damn it. Yay, I broke the bed off in it. Oh, I can't believe I just done that. If I can knock it loose or not. Hey, Lordy. All right, we'll try one more time. Apparently drilling my holes first ain't done me any good either because my bits are breaking. Alright, there we go. Now, you gotta be careful because I don't want that tip to come out. There's the bottom, that's right there. Maybe this one won't break. There we go. See if I can smooth that hole out just a little. I believe my drills give up on me. Alright, well, I got my holes worked out. Now I just got to recut everything. Hey, woodchucker! Where you been, woodchucker? We've been going for 2.5 hours. Been waiting on you. I believe it's break time. I decided to restart the pipe, woodchucker. And I've been playing with random tools, just playing with them. The carving wheel on my angle grinder. I tried to carve a little bit with my Dremel tool, but I'm just not a wood carver. And then I played with my electric planer for a little bit, and I'm no good at it either. Maybe this whole woodworking thing's just not my, maybe it's just not my thing after all. You say that woodworking's just not my thing, really? Well, damn, you could have told me that like months ago. Oh, shit. Look at how big-headed I am. Party time, party time, party time. Sorry, I found those earlier and I've had a ball with them ever since. Wonder if I've hit 500 yet. $11 more to go to hit 500. Everybody make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Say hi in the chat and we'll say hi back to you. Yep, that's what I've got. 49. I need 11 more. And a shit ton of watch hours. I just don't know now about cutting this again. I'm gonna have to re-go about it somehow. But it works. Cut right here through there. That should cut the corners off and then figure out exactly which direction the stem goes because it ain't straight. How in the hell that got that crooked on there, no? It'll be alright. I got it figured out too. Hey Norm, how's it going? Damn, I lost everybody when I sat down for break. Since everybody quit watching because I took a break, I guess I'll get back to work. Let's shuffle you guys around here. I think over here is where you can see the bandsaw best. Oh, flip you around. Alright, there we go. And so that's my lighter. Okay. Mm. Guess it helps if you plug the saw up first. Okay, everybody, if you're just joining and you have earbuds in, this could get loud. I don't know. Terrific Tom. How you doing today, Tom? Damn it! Mm. How in the hell did I do that? I must not have had that hole drilled as straight as I thought I did. Okay, I'm done for the day. Okay, that's all the work I'm doing today. I'm getting too aggravated now. Alright. I can't believe I done that. I got to get a drill press. So what's everybody doing today? Anybody got any big plans? Let me see if I can find it. I threw it across the shop, so I may not find it, but apparently the hole that I drilled drilled for the stem was up at an angle just a little bit, and I drilled in and I cut into it when I was cutting. So yeah, it's definitely break time, I guess. I cannot get over that. I tried so hard to make sure I was above where that hole would have been. You tell me how I drilled that hole with that much of a damn angle. Oh my Lord. I just can't get over the insanity of all of it. How did I do that? That's a pretty steep friggin' angle for that hole to be drilled. Jesus. Would it still be safe to smoke out of? Let's see if I can figure out where I sling that other piece. I just about had to have hit a knot or something for that to have happened. I know that drill was not angled that damn much. Where did that piece go? I gotta quit slinging shit across the shop. Hell, I can't even find it no more. Let's see here. I'll just start it the hell over again, I guess. Wait a minute, there it is. Well, we were making a mess, but we're going to try to fix it. Yeah, I was cutting it on the bandsaw. It'd be just as quick to redo it than it would be to glue it, I guess. Mm. All right, now. Here's what we're gonna do. We'll try one more time here. And if I fuck it up this time, I'm done for the day. Yeah, I don't have much luck finding cheap old tools around here for some reason. Guess it helps plug them drill up. There. Yeah, I'm done. I quit. Oh, Lord have mercy. I cannot believe I did. That looked like it was in the middle. I shouldn't be having to mark stuff. I should be able to eyeball that by now. believe we might be a little bit better this go around. Alright, let's give her a shot here and see. I wasn't having to start so much, I wouldn't even use the fucking band scale. I would probably have better luck cutting with the table saw, but the way I'm having to start and stop and make weird cuts, I feel like I'm better off with the bandsaw. Okay, woodchucker. I'm probably not going to be on here too much longer, but I am going to go live with Mike later. Even though he didn't come back when he said he was going to. didn't cut into it that time, at least. Everything else is fucking crooked as shit, but we can sort that out later. Alright, I'm done. I quit. Cut too far into the bottom and cut through the bottom hole that time. I'm done for the day, guys. I love y'all. Mean it. Have a good one. I'll catch you next time.